Hey, what's going on everybody? This is JMO back again, bringing you another Black Ops 4 gameplay. And in this video, I wanted to go over 4 things that I wish they would change in this game. I've seen a lot of videos where they talk about, top 5 or 10 things that Black Ops 4 did right, or that they did wrong, or stuff like that. So what I wanted to go over is stuff that I haven't heard really other people mention. So that's what I wanted to go over. Also, real quick, on my last video, I basically mentioned I was doing a giveaway as a show of my appreciation for helping me reach 400 subscribers and for all the support that you guys have given me. So I was doing a giveaway for anybody that left a comment. So at the end of this video, I will be mentioning the winner. And by the way, I'm also using the GKS playing Core Kill Confirm. I know that GKS is one of the weakest SMGs in this game though, but it's just something about it that I like. And look at that. For some reason, I was not able to get inside that window, which I've been able to get inside the window with no problem before. So I don't know why the game got me stuck. So anyways, now let's go ahead and get started with the 4 things that I mentioned that I wish they would change in this game. Number 1, it is, do not throw us in a match in progress. Let us have the option. I know a lot of people hated Infinite Warfare, but that's one. Me personally, I love the Infinite Warfare. But one of the things that I like that Infinite Warfare did is that it didn't just throw us in the middle of a match in progress. It gave us the option. Now, there's 2 main reasons why I wish that they would make that change. And number 1 is because over 90% of the time when I get thrown into a match, as soon as I spawn in, I'm already getting killed by either a strike team, a sniper's nest, getting attacked by these dog specialists, or stuff like that. So I've never backed out of as many matches as I have in this game because of stuff like that. Again, over 90% of the matches that I get thrown into is stuff like that happening all the time. Very rarely will I get thrown into a match in progress where the match itself has just barely started. The second reason why I wish that they would make this change is because what I've noticed, one of the biggest issues that this game has is that you get a lot more peer-to-peer connection host games in this Call of Duty than any other one. Now, the reason that I know this, for those that ask, well, how do you know if it's a dedicated server that you're playing in or if it's a peer-to-peer connection? Well, I own the XR500 Netgear router. So because of that, because of the Duma OS that it uses, I'm able to see who the host is. So anyways, so one of the things that I notice is that when I get thrown into a lot of these matches, as is pretty much most other matches, it's usually a peer-to-peer connection host. So for those that may wonder, well, what is the big deal of a peer-to-peer host versus a dedicated server? Well, just read this right here. Somebody else that was asked this was able to explain it better than I could. And basically what happens is that you're always going to be dealing with lag no matter what, whether you're on a dedicated server or on a peer-to-peer host connection match. But when you're playing on a peer-to-peer match, you'll notice that there may be times when you're in a match and you have no problem killing everybody except one person. It seems like they always kill you no matter if you hit them first or not, and more than likely you're on a peer-to-peer connection host match, and that person more than likely is the host, so that person will always have an advantage over everybody else. So again, that would be one thing that I would change about this game, is give us the option whether or not we want to start a match in progress. Number 2, and again, these aren't in no particular order as far as priority of changes that I would want, but number 2, the second thing that I would like for them to change, it kind of links up to the number 1 one thing that I just mentioned. Number 2 would be, when we get thrown into a match in progress, let us select what weapon we want to use. A lot of times, we are given the option of choosing whatever specialist is available for us to go ahead and pick, but we have no say when it comes to picking the weapon that we want to use. So let us pick the weapon that we want to use and don't pick it for us. And another thing that I would add to this is that if we're going to get thrown into a match in progress, at least have either our specialist ability meter already filled, or at least halfway full. If the match, let's say, is halfway done, then give us a full specialist meter filled up already. Or if the match is, somewhat has started, at least halfway filled, at least to be able to give us a chance against players that have already started the match, and and their specialist is already either completely built up or somewhat built up. So again, that would be the number 2 thing that I would want them to change. Let us select the weapon that we want to use, as well as at least give us some of our specialist meter filled up for us to be able to use our specialist a little bit sooner. Okay, so number 3, during the countdown, when there's almost like 20 plus, almost 30-second countdown, during the time when we hit the selection to be able to view the other enemy players that we're going to be going up against, once they've selected their specialist, if we hit the view option to see them and they've already selected their specialist, let us see what specialist they've chosen. The reason that I wish that they would make that change and allow us to see what specialist any enemy player may have already chosen is because of one reason and one reason only. I want to see if somebody else is using the specialist 0, because if that is the case, then I may not use Torque if it's a specialist that I wanted to use. Or not only that, depending on the score streaks that I'm using, I'm going to be a lot more careful of when I run them if I see that an enemy is running 0. So anyways, that's number 3. Allow us to see, once an enemy has selected a specialist before the match starts, allow us to see what they've selected. So now number 4, the 4th change that I wish Black Ops 4 would change, and that I wish that every single Call of Duty would implement. The one main change that I wish that they would make, and I know they're not going to, but it's basically when you select the class, do the same thing that Ghost used to do. For every class that you select, you can also custom select the score streaks you want for that specific class. If you remember Call of Duty Ghost, you were able to do that, and those points did not count towards your pick system. You were just able to select the score streaks you wanted. Now the reason that I wish that they would do that is, and I'll give you a perfect example. If I'm running, for example, like in this particular gameplay, I'm not though, but if I was running the gunship, and it turns out that I'm playing up against a very highly competitive team, then I may have a specific class set up to go up against teams like that. So look at that right there. Anyways, so those are the 4 changes that I would end up making. So let me know what you guys think about what I just mentioned, and any changes that you guys would like to make if you guys had it your way, just like Burger King. Anyways, that's it for this random gameplay. I ended up going 26-7 with 21 tags collected, 19 of them being confirmed, and we lost because the guy that ended up in last place in our team ended up going negative with 0 tags collected. So alright, so now let's find out who the winner is of the giveaway, the Amazon giveaway card. As you can see, everybody that left a comment, their name is here. So let's find out who the winner is, and that is Killer. I know Killer follows me on Twitter, so I will be contacting you via Twitter DM and find out if you want the Amazon gift card or if you would prefer the PSN card. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all later. If you enjoyed this video and would like to keep up with upcoming new content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all soon.